We start dispensing with some awards, don't you think? Because we have 15 young men up here that are richly deserving for what they accomplished this year. We'll do this in the chronological order of when they received their awards. And guys, once you have your name called, just walk around to where I'm at on this side of the stage and up the steps to receive your award, and then say a few words as well. I'll ask Jay Cicero and John Zollinger to come over here, and they will present you with the awards as you walk up the stairs to join me here. For week number 1, our Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation Quarterback Club Prep Player of the Week from Country Day, Justin Ibieta, quarterback. A junior, Ibieta completed 19 of 28 passes for 214 yards and 3 touchdowns. He rushed 13 times for 43 yards. Country Day upset top-ranked and eventual state champion A-Meet 24-23 in the season opener for both teams in Metairie at Wenzel Field. Ibieta is coached by Joe Chango. Joe, take a bow. That's a bow. That's a hand raise. Kind of like your uniforms. It's an inside joke. We'd like to recognize Justin's family members that are here tonight. I know Mom and Dad couldn't be here today, so I want his grandparents, family members to stand and be recognized at this time. Please do. There you go. By the way, on the season, Justin completed 191 of 295 passes for 2,870 yards and 38 touchdowns with just 5 interceptions, and he rushed 147 times for 1,023 yards and 17 touchdowns. Sponsored by Ron Atchley, our Player of the Week for week number 1 from Country Day School is Justin Ibieta. Justin?
I'd like to thank my teammates, my coaches, my whole family. All the support I've gotten from my school this whole year to make this season as good as we did. Thank you.
He almost reached the microphone, not quite. And that'll be the same for our next recipient as well. Our Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation Quarterback Club Prep Player of the Week for week number 2 from Ponchatoula High School quarterback TJ Finley. A junior and LSU commit, TJ had a remarkable performance as Ponchatoula outlasted Denham Springs 64-63. Finley completed 26 of 39 passes for 601 yards and 7 touchdowns. He rushed for 2 scores and had the game-winning 2-point conversion for good measure. Finley is coached by the legend Hank Tierney. Hank, take a bow. You guys, you don't know how to bow. A little wave, huh? And we'd like to recognize TJ's family members, if you will. Please take a bow. On the season, Finley completed 158 of 333 passes, 2,736 yards, and 23 touchdowns with just 5 interceptions, and he rushed 74 times for 97 yards and 5 touchdowns. Sponsored by Tony Meyer and Custom Specialties, our Player of the Week for week number 2 from Ponchatoula High School is TJ Finley. TJ.
I just want to say thank you for all the organizations and all the people that made this event happen. I want to give a special shout out to my coach back there, Coach Hank. I really appreciate all you've done for me, and I just hope, I just basically just thank everybody.
Congratulations, TJ. Our Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation Quarterback Club Player of the Week for week 3, presented by the Arno Carriage New Orleans Bowl. Incidentally, quarterback Travis Mumphrey of John Eric. A senior and UNLV commit, Mumphrey was brilliant against Destrehan in a thrilling 37-34 victory. Mumphrey completed 21 of 32 passes, 379 yards and 3 touchdowns. He rushed 9 times for 58 yards and 2 scores. Mumphrey is coached by Marcus Scott. Marcus, take a bow. And we'd like to recognize Travis's family members here today. Please be recognized. On the season, Travis completed 185 of 265 passes for 2,650 yards and 27 touchdowns, just 7 interceptions, and he rushed 48 times for 349 yards and 4 scores. Sponsored by Tony Stoltz, CPA, from John Ehret High School, Travis Mumphrey. Travis?
Good morning. I want to thank everybody for coming out today as I present my award that I got. I want to thank my coach, Marcus Scott. He was a first-time coach at John Nerry. We had a good season, went to the semifinals, fell short, but you know, everything happens for a reason. I want to thank God, and I want to thank everybody on my team for letting me get this award, because none of this would be possible without them, and congrats to all the guys that's down here.
Outstanding job, Travis. Where'd you get the jacket, man? Good look, man. Our Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation Quarterback Club Player of the Week for Week 4, presented by the Arnell Carriers New Orleans Bowl. From St. Paul's School, quarterback Jack Mashburn. A senior, Mashburn guided St. Paul's to its first victory of the season, a 44-16 win at North Shore. He completed 15 of 28 passes for 192 yards and a touchdown, rushed 19 times for 129 yards and 4 touchdowns. Jack is coached by Kenny Sears. Kenny? Right in front of me. And we'd like to recognize Jack family members that are here today as well. Please take a bow. On the season, Mashburn completed 151 of 268 passes for 1,769 yards and 7 touchdowns, and he rushed 142 times for 788 yards and 17 touchdowns. And this table and this award is sponsored by Harry Henderson, and a moment on that. Harry was a member of this club for 25 years, and every year sponsored someone to be here so that their families could be here and the honorees could be here. Harry loved doing so. He was involved in sports all of his life. Harry just passed away this week. And we just talked to him last week, and we will miss him dearly. He's a wonderful man who loved high school athletics and gave generously to support this on an annual basis. And while we're at it, we'd also like to recognize, since this is the first year we've been without him and he's been here for many years, our good and great friend, Coach Rick Gailey, who was here at every meeting every year for the last several years, who couldn't be with us as well. So as we present this award, I'd ask for a quick moment of silence on behalf of Harry Henderson and Rick Gailey. Thank you. From St. Paul's School for Week 4, a big round of applause for Jack Mashburn. Jack?
I just want to say thank you to the Quarterback Club for honoring me with this award, and my coaches, parents, and teammates for pushing me to do the best every week. Thank you.
Our Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation Quarterback Club Player of the Week for Week 5, presented by the Arnell Carriers New Orleans Bowl. From De La Salle, Montrell Johnson. A sophomore, Johnson set a school rushing record with 345 yards rushing on 24 carries and 5 touchdowns as De La Salle down Riverside Academy 45-28. Johnson is coached by the cameraman, Ryan Manali. I'd like to recognize anyone here from Montrell's family as well. There you go. Good to see Mike and Luca here as well. For the season, Montrell rushed 158 times for 978 yards and 12 touchdowns, caught 10 passes for 109 yards and a score. It's presented by Kevin Keinel, attorney-at-law, who does such a great job for us with the Quarterback Club. Thanks to Kevin. Our Player of the Week for week number 5 from De La Salle, Montrell Johnson. Montrell?
I just want to say I'm honored to receive this award as a sophomore, and I want to thank my coaches and teammates for believing in me. Thank you.